Jelly here with today's activity. Today we are going to be making ice lanterns. So we are going to make them today and then put them in the freezer overnight so that they can get nice and frozen, and then we'll be able to put them outside. To make your ice lantern, you are going to need a big cup, a little bit smaller cup, some decorations. So today we have some pipe cleaners and then a couple little pom-pom balls, some warm water, food coloring, and then your little candle to put into it when it's done. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna decorate the inside of our big cup, because then we'll do big cup decorations, put our little cup in, and that will be the space for our candle. And then we're gonna pour water around it. So it will freeze around the little cup and leave our decorations in the ice. So to decorate, I am going to take some pipe cleaners, and I think I am gonna twist mine together so I can have more than one color. And then just kind of swirl them around the inside of my big cup. I'm also gonna take my little pom-pom balls and just kind of pop them in, and I'm thinking maybe it'll look kind of like some decorations, like some lights. We'll see. Okay, so now that I have my pom-poms and my pipe cleaners kind of wrapped around the small cup in the middle of my big cup, I am going to go ahead and add my water. So remember, we got nice warm water, and I'm going to take my food coloring and just go ahead and mix it in. You guys have a few colors to choose from. I picked blue for mine because I thought it'd be nice and look kind of wintry, snowy. So mix in. I put a lot in mine, so it's a pretty dark, vibrant color. You could put a little bit if you want it to be lighter, or all of it if you want it to be really dark. So now that it is all mixed, I'm gonna take it and carefully pour it into the sides of my cup. So I wanna make sure I'm pouring it into these empty spaces and not into the middle cup, because we need to leave that space for the lantern. This food coloring can stain things, so if you're a little bit worried about spilling, just go ahead and ask one of your parents or somebody around you to give you a little help. All right, so I have my water all nice and poured in, and as you can tell, my middle cup is kind of trying to pop out of there. The water is pushing it up, so I am gonna take a little piece of tape and just kind of crisscross it over the top to make sure that my middle cup doesn't move and stays where it's supposed to be. All right, so I have my tape holding my middle cup in place. It's not gonna move anywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and take mine and put it in the freezer so that it can freeze overnight and I can check on it tomorrow. If it's really, really cold outside, you can put yours outside to freeze instead of in the freezer. Water freezes at 32 degrees, so if it's colder than 32 degrees, yours will be good to go outside. Okay, so I left my ice lantern in the freezer overnight, so it's nice and frozen solid now. As you can tell, it's kind of puffed up at the bottom a little bit. It's not flat, and the water has risen a little bit at the top as well. It's up right against where my tape is, and that's because when water freezes, it expands. So my ice lantern is a little bit bigger than it was when it was liquid. I am gonna go ahead and take my tape off first, and then work on getting my ice lantern out of my cup. Okay, so I got my ice lantern out of my cup. It did take a little bit to get out of the cup. I would say if you're having some trouble getting yours off, I would try a little bit of warm water. That's what I did. Just make sure you're only doing a little bit at a time, because you don't want to melt your ice lantern. Or if you still can't get it off, you might want to use a pair of scissors and you can cut that outside cup off. That would be a great thing to ask your parents for a little bit of help on. So here's mine. It's out. You can see I used a lot of food coloring, so mine's really, really blue. But you can see all of my little decorations are in there. My little pom-poms are suspended in it. my pipe cleaners go all the way around. And then what I am gonna do is take my candle and turn it on. You have to pull out this little thing. So if yours isn't turning on, make sure this is pulled out. And then just set it into my ice lantern. And I'm gonna go set it outside and check it tonight and see what it looks like when it's all lit up. I hope you had a great time making your ice lanterns. I know that I did. You do have quite a few supplies in your bag, so you can make one for yourself, make one for somebody else if you want to, or if you want to do it with a friend, there's enough to make a few of them. If your ice lantern looks really cool, make sure that you take a picture of it, post it on social media, and tag Campfire. We would love to see everything that you guys made up and all your creativity. And until then, see you next time.